This is so significant because Mercury begins the retrograde cycle of at least about 6 planets that are going to go through this retrograde cycle, and it becomes the savior of everything. Because while we were using the last 4 months to actually get very, very far and get to the progress we wanted to, there were so many things blocking it from happening. And so Mercury begins this, but Mercury's amazing in this point for leading this because Mercury in Taurus will be hitting up the North Node at least about those 3 times, which is great. It's about the future. We shouldn't fear this, and we should allow all of the muck, the bullshit, all of the people that bring out as much as they want to allow them to do so.
Hey everybody, what's up and welcome back. It is a windy day out here. We had just a full moon happen at midnight here on our East Coast, and it's so stormy. I made a first video, but the audio was just not so good just because it was so windy, but it was the ocean was just rough. So I decided to just do this, and maybe like there are things to talk about. And I guess one of the things that's coming out to mind is that I guess Florida has this legislation and that and so that's what's going on today, and it's really brought up a lot of like fears for people that live within that community that are not drag queens. Today, the full moon that's happening today, and really just earlier this morning, so it's actually still going on. It's rough waters out there, but we can feel that too when it comes to dealing with certain aspects and relationships. I feel I could definitely feel the tension between some things in my life, so I could definitely feel, and that's me in my public life versus my home life and whatever that might be, that my own self is taking into consideration. But I guess this brings us to some of those LGBTQ community in question again. This time Florida people are waiting to hear just what's going to happen in a vote that's going to be happening on this very day, which is on a full moon. 0 degrees of Pluto in Aquarius. What do I think? I want to tell everyone that it is Mercury retrograde season, okay? So I don't know exactly when that shadow does occur for Mercury, but I think that anything that happens like today and anything forth is likely to be something that will need to have a redoing of some kind. And that's the beauty of Mercury retrogrades. They do initiate a change, and it probably will be. And I know it's kind of hard to say like what happens, but there's so many other things that are going on that's gonna cause a retrograde at some point in time. So those next until November, there's gonna be a redo of a whole bunch of things. So I guess what I could say is, I don't know if the reconstruction of legislature are going to be the things that do come to be into the future, that goes through the whole entire summer to incubate into those changes, or does it at this point in time with Pluto and Aquarius, does it now take in consideration the ruthlessness of the certain sects of humanity? That's not S-E-X, by the way, that's S-E-C-T-S. You know, what does that really mean? Just like lots of things going on in the back, like iguanas walking around, swimming. But I don't know what that really means. But at the same time, Uranus is at play going forward. So I still kind of have to believe. And then this whole thing with Disney and this whole thing, it really does make like the LGBTQ community feel like they're just on a spotlight, and that's probably why I'm having to talk about it so much. it was a big win yesterday for Gretchen Whitmer, or
I
the
just can't
governor
help but
of
think that
Michigan.
it's
I've always
quite
been a big
possible
fan. It
Gretchen
was nice to
Whitmer
see that
and the
she was
whole
in
liberation that
2023
happened
and
over
still being a
Michigan yesterday
participant
triggered
and still
Kid Rock
feeling that
for
she
all the
wants to
attention
put
that he
people
would
first.
love to receive. But I think that this is his biggest hit ever. Like,
Anyway, that was my good news. My good news is that, one, retrograde season is here. And then these are times where we're just gonna put everything forward that's gonna just go into this regurgitating soup, and there's gonna be a fight for the right to survive during those incubation periods. And let's hope for the best. I can't see that, I don't know, that people make the world go around, and people need to really just come to that understanding. You know, this is what happened. This is the kind of thing that happened in the 60s, when things have just gone way too far. There was music bands that came out and just lifted these people out of the oppressive forces of what society had became at that point in time. So I don't think we're in backwards. I really truly don't feel like
all
women
these
are going
musicians
backwards.
from
Women
coming
are
into
50%
different countries or
more,
touring,
or
or
really
people like Bob
the
Marley were
main
not
part
only
of the
able to
reproduction
go to certain
process.
places because
I
he would
really
incite a
don't
kind of
think that
like
they're
violence and civil
I
war,
don't think
and
that
neither
they're
did the
second
Beatles.
class in any kind of
Anyways,
way.
music
I
was
mean,
the venue that was
it's
used
women
back then
who
to
are
rally
a
the
core
people
part of
because
our
they were
existence.
suppressed otherwise, and we had no internet. So now internet is the vehicle that we
Good
use
luck with
today.
fighting nature.
Today's meditation is by Dr. Kara Gibbons. My gift is pure presence, being in the present moment with calm contemplation. Recognize your individual gifts and recognize your place in the collective. Hold yourself with reverence and grace. Feel the authentic power of your soul and your mission flowing through you. Slow down and focus your awareness. Drop the BS out your mind and simply be. Use your composure, awareness, and presence to signal your authority. Hold the energy to restore balance and harmony, not just for one, but for all. Bring more awareness to yourself. Once you've mastered survival, you have an ability to focus on your larger mission.